One thing I can say, you definitely have to have the heart for this field. I mean, it's not about a paycheck. You got to have the heart. You got to love what you're doing. And I love what I'm doing. That's why I'm still here.
Welcome to My Story, Our Mission. Join us as we explore the stories of Emmanuel employees, their career paths, passions, and moments that define Emmanuel's mission. We are in Fogelstrom Chapel at Emmanuel Courtyard here in Omaha. Our guest today is Tenetha Collins.
Tenetha is an LPN at Newport House and has been with Emmanuel for about 2.5 years. Welcome, Tenetha.
Thank you.
I want to start off, you and I go way back to 2.5 years ago. When you had applied at Emmanuel, I was the talent acquisition partner at that time, talking to candidates on that role. And you have distinctly stood out to me over the last 2.5 years you've been here because when we first talked, you were working as an LPN at the Douglas County Corrections.
Correct.
And you were also doing agency work throughout the pandemic at all different locations throughout Omaha, correct?
Correct.
And so I had asked you the question, what's making you want to leave Douglas County and agency work and come work for Emmanuel? Tell me, in the best memory that you have, what was your response to that question for me?
For stability and cleanliness. I have worked at so many nursing homes in Omaha and in Iowa, and this is the best facility that I ever worked at. The staff, the residents, and it's very clean. It's welcoming.
That's exactly what you told me. You also threw in the staff to resident ratios was some of the best.
Yes.
At Newport House from what you had experienced
From
other
my
places.
experience from years prior, yes.
And do you remember what I
Definitely.
told you 2.5 years ago? I said, can I take you on my press release
Yes, you
jaunt?
did.
And here we are today
And
on
here
our
we
press
are.
release jaunt. Yes. Well, we really appreciate it. And the other thing I remember distinctly about you is you had a situation where you had a certain schedule that you needed to take care of a family member at that time. And talk a little bit about how Emmanuel and Newport House was able to accommodate that for you for your life.
Yes, they helped me out a lot. It was a lot of places that I applied for, but they wouldn't work with my schedule or wouldn't work with my family member. And I needed certain days off. And so when I brought it to Emmanuel, when I was telling them about my situation, they immediately told me that I can have the position and they'll work with me. So I'm stuck with them.
Oh, well, we're stuck with you too.
Yes,
We love you.
Emmanuel.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful.
Tenetha, maybe share with us, what do you do in your position as an LPN here at Emmanuel?
I am a nurse, but I am flexible. I can be a CNA. I can be a med aide. I can be housekeeping. Whatever I need to do for my residents, I'll do it.
There's a level of pride there, I sense.
Yeah, I do everything. Like, I'm very flexible, but I work as a nurse. So that's my job title. But when I'm in the building, is whatever they need me to do, that's what I do.
What do you enjoy most about your job? What gets you passionate?
My residents, I love them. I love them.
You know, when we talk to nurses in my role, I will be at colleges and talking to nurse students and things like that. One of the misconceptions I think that we hear a lot is working in senior living, retirement living, you're not going to get to utilize your nursing skills. How would you tell them that's not the case?
As a nurse, you do a lot of things as a nurse. You do treatments, you give meds, you comfort cares. I mean, like, it's a lot of things that nurses are required to do that you actually do in the nursing home. I definitely use my skills.
Wonderful.
What made you, or what appeals to you about working with seniors, working with older generations?
My grandfather, he passed, he died of cancer, and before he passed, I was taking care of him. He lived in Kansas City, Missouri, so I used to go down there every weekend to help my grandmother, so she wouldn't have to do it. And once I did that, he passed, and I was like, I think I want to take care of the elderly. And I've been doing it ever since. He died in 99.
Oh, wow.
So I was a CNA for 23 years before I became a nurse.
It's interesting. We talk to a lot of employees and ask them, what's the background, what's the context? And it's interesting to hear stories like that you hear. There's usually a connection. It's
Yes.
a family member that you then want to pass that on to other
Yes.
residents, other families.
One thing I could say, you definitely have to have the heart for this field. I mean, it's not about a paycheck. You got to have the heart. You got to love what you're doing. And I love what I'm doing. That's why I'm still here in the nursing field, because I love what I'm doing.
So you were a CNA for 23 years before you decided to go back and get your LPN?
Yes.
Was it your grandfather that prompted you to do that in his situation, or did something else happen that you said, I want to take that next step now?
No, it was just taking care of my grandfather, and then a situation with my daughter. She had 5 aneurysms, and she had 2 brain bleeds.
Oh, wow.
And after that, I was like, I still want to be in the nursing field. So I was like, let's go a step up. I want to be a nurse. And so to help, take care of her, I became a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely that
And I'm
personal
not leaving
connection.
this field for nothing. I will retire in this field. Yeah.
Have you thought about going back for your RN?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? That's awesome.
I definitely have. I just
You need
spoke
to
with
use
my
our great
child.
education program that we have. Let us help you get that.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Is there, your time that you've had at Emmanuel, is there an instance that stands out to you as, that's why I work there, or that's why I work in that job? We're putting you on the spot here, so bear with us here. Take your time to think about it. But usually when we talk to people, they've got that instance like, it's this resident, it's this employee, it's this benefit.
It's several employees, it's several residents. It is several of them. Like, I can't just say, it's only one. I love my staff that I work with, and I love my residents. So I cannot just say, it's this person. It's just the job in general, the people in general. That's why I love being there.
Yeah, we both work at the home office, and we get the pleasure of being out in the communities. There's something special at Newport House. You see just a great team each time we're in there. It's a community, it's a long-term care community that there's something special.
It definitely is. It is. It's something special about this specific nursing home. Like, I have been to so many of them. It's just this one, and it just drew me to this nursing home. And I'm locked in. Like, I will retire from here.
How much of that do you think is the people at Newport that make it unique and different too? The building's beautiful, all of those wonderful things, clean, but I've spent a lot of time at Newport, and I think it's the people. I was at Newport 2 weeks ago when they had the food truck there, right, for a celebration for the team members, and I watched you because as you came outside, it was like everyone congregated around Tenetha, right? And you talked about how you're close to your coworkers, but I think there's a lot to be said for that because
I
that
love
bond,
my coworkers. Yes.
yeah. Then it flows into how you care for the residents.
It does.
Yes.
It really does, because they're so helpful. When I first came, like, they're really helpful. They're not hateful people. Like, I've been around a lot of hateful people, disrespectful people. Like, when I came here, they just welcomed me, just like I was a family member to them. That's how I feel. It feels like a family, not just like a job. It's a family. It's more of a family thing.
Love to hear that. I think we've got time for one more question.
Okay. Are you going to take that?
Yes, I actually can this time. So if you're thinking about someone, you were sitting down talking with someone that was interested in a career in senior living, maybe a career here at Emmanuel, what's the one piece of advice that you would leave them with? What's that parting knowledge that you'd give them?
You have to have the love for this job. Unless they have the love for it, you have to have the heart for this. A paycheck is not good enough. You have to have the heart for this type of work.
Because it shows, I imagine.
Because if you don't, you're not going to last. You're not going to last.
And when you say this
money.
work, you mean the love for our seniors and our
Yes.
residents.
For our residents, you have to have the love for it. I get up every day thinking about which resident is gonna, show me something different today. Every day. Every day is something new with every last one of them. It's something new. I love it.
Your
Won't
outlook.
trade it for nothing.
Your outlook and your positivity and your just passion for it comes through. We're lucky to have you.
Well, thank you. I'm lucky to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Stay tuned each month as we explore more stories of Emmanuel employees, their career paths, passions, and moments that define Emmanuel's mission.